welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh. Man, we are so close to Christmas, but we're still in Snarkmas right now. We're still in Snarkmas mode. I want to thank you for joining me this whole month. We've had some fun. We've snarked. We've had a couple of serious conversations as well. And I just want to again, always want to make sure I'm always considering that I'm not even here without you guys. And I just always want to make sure I'm thanking you and thanking you. So thank you. You're amazing. Today, we're talking about Maia Knight and some of the big changes that are going on in her social media platform. What does it mean? Is she doing it? Is she being forced to do it? I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it and make some opinions. So tomorrow, we're going to wrap up Doherty D's Nuts December with one final Doherty video. I don't know which one we're going to use. Probably the shopping at Wegmans or something, just to wrap it up. It has been a snark month, right? Everybody, just so you're aware, I don't always do everyday snark. Generally, it's not that. It's probably about half and half on a good month. So a lot of people who are like, oh, you're only snark now. I'm not. I really am just having a snarkmas month to have some fun. But today's video is not going to be very snarky. It's going to be a very important video. But all that to say, tomorrow night as well, we're going to be wrapping my wife's gifts. You guys get to see what I got her for Christmas, and I rap very well, I might add. Like, I'm a really good rapper. We play some music, we have some fun, and we sing some tunes, and I chat with you guys. And so I want to welcome you to that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's spin the wheel, do a little dance, and get into this video, shall we? All right.
Yeah, baby.
Who won, Gus? Moonchild 11. Who's a good boy? You want to just sit here all day and do the video with Daddy? You want to just sit here and do a video with Dad? Who's my good boy? Okay, go in your bed. You're a good boy. All right, Moonchild, congratulations. Reach out to me, Josh, at the dadchallengepodcast.com. Your shirt size and your address, and I'm going to hook you up. Let's go. And I also got some gifts from people, and I'm going to do that tomorrow night when I'm wrapping my wife's gifts. And, you know, not even all the gifts arrived. Damn, man, it's been everybody's ordering online this year. Can you guys stop so I can get my stuff in time? Thanks. So if you're new to the Maia Knight situation, Maia Knight is a TikToker with over 8 million subscribers, almost 9 million. She's kind of stalled, and I think the reason is because she doesn't show her kids' faces anymore. Now, I've done many videos on Maia Knight. I've also posted lots of stories about her on my Facebook, which has actually grown my Facebook to like 10,000 likes or whatever. I don't know. I don't really use Facebook a lot. But head over to the Dad Challenge podcast on Facebook. Look at the Maia Knight posts and look at the comments. Like her fans and stans came for me, and it's so fun to read. Just go read it. It's great drama. Anyway, so I've been talking about Maia Knight for a little while, about the exploitation of children and how she does it a little bit extra more than most people, and has built a platform just on showing her babies and showing how irresponsible she is. She didn't even know who the baby dad was, apparently. She threw the baby daddy under the bus in multiple videos, which we did cover. She shows fake favoritism to babies. She thinks it's funny. Her fans are like, it's sarcasm. And one of the main things that pissed me off about Maia Knight and her fans is that people don't seem to realize that using babies for the butt of your joke or to troll people online is actually stupid and dangerous. Not for me, because I don't care. Go ahead. Like, just give me more attention. But for those people who develop parasocial relationships with those babies, that is scary. Her babies have ended up on CSAM websites, and she knew about it. And I'm not sure that's what's changed, but today we're talking about what we think has changed. And there's a couple things that we can go over, right? One is that Maia Knight decided her kids are getting too old, and she doesn't want to show their faces online anymore. That would make Maia Knight a good person. But I don't think Maia Knight's a good person. The other option is that something really, really shitty went down and she's not going to tell us about it. We know that she's been approached at bars and other things where she brings her babies to bars. Yes, she brings her babies to bars. She's been approached by people. She's been approached by security at hotels, and she just has been approached by fans at airports and everything else. And that is also really dangerous. And so maybe something really bad happened that she's not going to tell us about, and so she decided no more of that. But where that doesn't make sense is that then if that were the case, why did she leave up all the other videos with the kids' faces in them? Option 3 is that baby daddy finally stepped in the picture, and baby daddy's family and whatever, and said, No more kids online, because he's apt. If the baby daddy wants rights to his children, he is allowed to have rights to his children. That's the way this works. So a lot of women, you know, are absolutely favored in the court systems and family court systems, and that goes without question. Like, there's no argument to that. That's absolutely how this works. Okay? So when he steps in and takes his parental rights, he's also allowed to say, I don't want my children to faces on the internet. And so in my opinion, this is probably the most feasible thing, because Maia Knight is going to lose a lot of money and a lot of fans. Because if you take a look at her social blade, and I'll show you here, she hasn't grown at all in a month, which actually, is this a month? Yeah. She hasn't grown this entire month. Okay. If anything, she unfollowed one person. And that's actually quite telling. Not growing when you have over 8.8 million subscribers is a huge drop. Okay. So that means that, so technically people are still liking her page at the same time she's gaining, she's losing. Which means that's not growth, guys. That's dropping. If I had 8 million subscribers at the growth rate I have at 160,000 subscribers, I would be growing by tens of thousands per day. That's how you should be growing if you have that many subscribers, or thousands per day, let's say, okay? Even Doherty doesn't, who doesn't get the view counts to match up. She still grows by tens of thousands every other day. So it's really telling that her fan base decided, okay, you don't want to show me the kids anymore. And look when this shit started dropping off. The beginning of December. So she stopped showing her kids' faces, the growth stops. And I've challenged Maia before. Take your kids off for 1 month. See what happens to your growth. Look what happened. Any of those options, and there could be other options that I'm missing, right? So she did it on her own accord. But does that really make sense if she didn't take the old videos off? She did it because something scary happened, but again, doesn't really make that much sense because she didn't take the old videos off. Or she's being forced to do it. And that's why this one makes the most sense, because if they went to a court order at a certain point, the judge can say, you know, the bio dad and his family could say, okay, we don't want these kids on anymore. And the judge can say, well, and I can see that she's made her money so far. We're not going to make her remove the old content, but as of December 1st, you're not allowed to show the baby's faces anymore. That makes the most sense to me. And I think family court records and stuff in New York City, and I think family court and all that shit and the private stuff in New York State is you can't access it. And so she's not saying anything about this, which is quite ridiculous and quite telling, which again then doesn't lend itself to number 1 or 2. Because if she was doing it out of the goodness of her own heart, she would absolutely capitalize on it in a video and say, guys, I've decided I don't want to share my kids' face anymore. They're getting a little bit too old. They're getting too recognizable. And this is for their safety. She hasn't said one word. And here's why I think this is all about a court order. Okay, so if you go to her TikTok page right here, and it's going to be interesting to watch now this channel go without. I mean, it's been a month already. And so if you look back in the view counts, not a ton has changed, like 3.4 million with the babies, 8.9 million with the babies, 3.6 with the babies, 9.4 with the boyfriend that she still hasn't revealed. Again, giving her boyfriend more privacy than she ever gave her children. Oh, and option 4 just came up. Maybe the fact that her boyfriend doesn't want to be shown on social media could be her saying, well, maybe they're right. If I give him more privacy to my babies, then they're going to ratio me. And maybe she's saying, well, that's maybe, but again, I don't see her doing that because I don't see her capitalizing on that message. Because if she came out right now and said, I'm protecting my babies, that's why I'm doing this, and then it turns out that she wasn't, and then it was a court order, she's gonna get canceled for that. That's a huge lie. Again, another reason why I think it's a court order, because why is she not capitalizing on her being a good mom? Because if you read her comments, which we will in a minute, you'll see everybody's like, oh, I'm so glad you're doing this, you're such a good mom. But she's not saying why she's doing it. So again, leads me to believe it's option 3. So as of December 2nd, she stopped showing the babies. So it looks like as of December 2nd, she stopped showing the babies. Maybe the judge, she said, I have 2 TikToks I want to post still. Those are already ready to go. Can I post them or whatever? Or she was seeing what she can get away with, maybe? I don't know. Maybe her lawyer's like, give it a shot and see if you get a message or whatever. But if you don't follow a court order, you can have your kids taken away and given to him for custody as far as I'm concerned. Like, the judge isn't messing around. Okay, maybe the judge looked at the content. Again, I'm saying this as if this is the scenario, but it might not be. But maybe the judge looked at the content, looked at the comments. Maybe the lawyer for the family, the bio dad and his family, you know, researched and found all the shit the kids are on. Maybe they showed one of my videos. I don't know. But what they're saying here, it's really, really, really telling, again, that she stops. Okay, but then you keep going through the content. I mean, I'm going through the comments, but I like these. This is it. This is why the judge should not let kids on the internet. Like every family should not do this. But like comments like, I waited for this since I saw your Insta stories. I love to see what they eat. Now, who are Like, does anybody ever take a step back and say, I'm commenting on babies eating on the internet? Like, I understand if they were a friend and you knew them, that's cute, whatever. But you don't know these babies. Okay, and so everything after that was like this. And people were like, right? She did this without blurring until she probably learned to blur or hire an editor, right? Yeah, see, did I miss something? I feel like I haven't been showing their faces in the last few videos. This is on December 12th. People start catching on, right? I was wondering the same thing. Good for her if she decided to stop showing them. I heard it was court ordered that she stop showing the faces. That would be nice if it were the case. Where'd you hear that from? He's the dad, though. No, the boyfriend is not the dad, everybody. She actually stated herself that he is in their lives now. And it's true. Maia admitted that the baby daddy is in the lives. He takes them on every other weekend or something like that. So that's, again, why I think number 3 is what's happening. Because Maia herself admitted that the baby daddy is now back in the picture. Okay, or in the picture to begin with, not back. Probably didn't even know he was the baby daddy. Maia was confused, too, about who the baby daddy was. But it's looking like the baby daddy was initially the guy that they were throwing under the bus. Not this extra dude that didn't know. I'm telling you, that's what I think is going on. So the guy that they threw under the bus maybe had a change of heart, or maybe the family wanted to be a part of the kids' lives. It's very telling that he didn't come into their lives and then start exploiting them themselves. A lot of people were saying, oh, now that they're famous and rich, he wants a piece of them. But that's debunked because he's not using them for clout, right? So that's really good. So if the dad is watching this, thank you. If you ask the judge to stop showing your babies on the internet, I want to thank you and thank you and thank you. And hopefully that really, really does help their future. People say, I'm sorry people are bashing you for parenting. I've always liked your videos and humor and such. Hope you and your baby stay healthy. Is Maia funny? Am I missing something? I like to think that I could be funny sometimes. An idea of what is funny? Maia Knight is not funny, people. Nothing about her is funny. So I don't understand why people think that. You must have a terrible sense of humor. Literally so many people have. Well, she's a bad mom and needs help. And then it says she left her kids in the car alone. The car windows were open. No, they were not. Both times she left her kids in the car that she documented it, the windows were not left open. So don't lie, you damn liar. I'm gonna leave you in the car alone. That's this crazy cat lady coming to the defense of Maia. There's a video right there with the door open. I see the video, car was red. No, both videos where the babies are sleeping in the car alone, the windows are closed. Again, this crazy cat lady's like, needs help for what? Posting her children? Which a majority of the population does. LMAO, making jokes about her kids? No. The majority of the population doesn't do what these people do. Absolutely quite the opposite. Did I miss something? You're not showing their faces. I don't know, but I think it might be because of the creeps out there. Maybe the girls are growing up more and she thinks the best not to show their faces. Again, that could be the option, but again, I think she would capitalize on that message and say, I am such, then she would be like virtue signaling how good of a mom she is. Look, I'm now protecting my babies. But then, the haters are going to be like me. The haters are going to be like, well, why didn't you protect them before? Right? I guess I don't believe it. And then as you get, this one is the most blatant one where people are like, okay.
High five. You got Play-Doh fingernails, huh? Yummy. You want some of this?
So, yeah. It's very, very interesting. So let's dig into some of these comments. So people are so distraught over not seeing the little girls is a great reason to protect them. Great job. But that's the thing, guys. She's not doing it to protect them. She's doing it, in my opinion, because she's forced to do it by a court order. That's the only thing that really makes sense here. And until she comes out, maybe she's waiting for all us haters to say something that she come out and say, haha, I am doing it to protect them. And that's fine. You know what then? Maia, if you take down all your old videos and you continue to keep them off the internet, even hide them like you are, that's cool. I'll take my videos down too. I promise you. If Maia comes out and says the reason why she's doing it with receipts, absolutely, then I will absolutely take my videos down if she removes her old videos of her kids. Absolutely would. And I promise that to everybody I've ever covered. And people are like, well, you still have my night videos up. Well, James Stauffer is still making big bank on YouTube. That's why, everybody. Don't forget it. Her fans think it's just because she's protecting them and they want to think the best, right? They don't want to know that it's not something else, right? And someone's like, this is true. It wasn't her choice. This is a court order. Their dad is trying to protect them. From what? I saw a few different people didn't know he was the father. She thought someone else was, but now the bio dad wants custody. But how do they know that? And then we'll go to the Reddit thread and I'll show you that. There's a big thread of somebody who lives in the same town. So we'll look at that in a second. So happy to see you protecting your kids. It was a good choice. But you're probably here watching them when they weren't protected. So what do you mean you're happy to see them protecting? I'm such a liar. And again, this is it. Why has she kept up the old videos if she's protecting them? And then Lucy, who says, thanks for protecting kids, says, that's a good point. You rarely see a conversation like this on the internet. And this person says, I know everybody's acting like she decided to put her kids first. And everybody's doubt it's her choice. Bit late, it's for attention. I mean it in a non-rude way. Social media requires something fresh all the time. Proud of the changes you're making. These comments are just validating her decisions to protect those babies. She's not, and she wouldn't if she wasn't more forced, in my opinion, because she is going to lose a shit ton of money. If she can't show her babies and like get all these ad sponsorships, you know, ad sponsorships, they might still happen here and there, but as soon as they catch on that you're not going to be able to see these babies' faces, you watch all the ad reads, they don't want to be a part of that. They don't want to be a part about someone who's blocking their kid's face and blurring it out. They're not going to want that. Not going to happen. And that's gross of them, but that's what's happening. And so here's one that she did get an ad read for, probably in the works for a little while. And there's probably nothing in the contract that says you can't blur the kids' faces. And so, again, I think you're going to see a few that she's got lined up, and then you're going to start seeing them dwindle down to almost nothing.
I'm so excited to be doing this partnership. My pal Scout Smarty Paws and my pal Violet.
You know, this one paid a lot of money.
Paws. There's so many cool features. They're cute lullabies. And
she's doing these ads without her kids, everybody. Again, I think that they were created and paid for before she even knew that she wasn't able to show her kids. And now she's doing that. I wonder if she's getting some flack in the back end. Hey, we noticed that you didn't show Scout and Violet while we paid you to give these to Scout and Violet, who people think that they're named off. And here, I just want to show you this video quick. This is her YouTube. Now, she's transferring over to YouTube because YouTube will make her a lot of money. She already has 440,000 subscribers on YouTube. But if you look at her social blade on YouTube, yeah, she's lost 2,000 subscribers in the last 30 days. So she's, again, lost 4,000 subscribers one day. Something happened. Not one day, but that's the accumulation. And then she gained 3,000 when she posted this new video. Okay, so she's even flailing on YouTube, and she's made, you know, 151,000 views. She's down a lot. Her shit's already falling apart. Like, but she doesn't post a lot on YouTube. So if she does port over to YouTube, she will make money. She'll make a little bit more money than she can on TikTok, and she can do the blurring over here a lot easier. She'll probably hire an editor to do it. But here you go. Watch.
I'm gonna go get some stuff.
Here you go. You want proof right there. Why is she doing that? And you know she's hiring someone to do that because that's not the easiest thing to do. There's like tracking and shit like that you have to do Premiere. Or she did learn, I don't know. But this is it. This is telling. Hey? Make it easier to snark on her videos though, so I don't have to do the blurring. Anyway, so I wanted to show you that, and then we're gonna head over to the My Night Snark page, which is on Reddit. And there's a bunch of My Night Snark pages, but this is the major one, and it's got 37,000 snarkers in it, okay? There's another one called My Night Snark 2, lesser rules, more snarky. And then there's one called Maya Night, which is still sort of snark, but it's kind of a mix. They had, I guess there was a big, you know, falling out. And I think that one has 19,000 snarkers in it. So this is the main one that I go to. But this is interesting, right? I don't see her stuff. So Violet was smiling, Blakely was indifferent, Scout was crying, just so you can imagine their faces. So she's literally trying to create something new out of this parameter that she's been given. That's the only way this makes sense. Because why hasn't she made any posts yet about why she's doing it? She can't ignore it forever. Been close to a month now, and she hasn't said a word. You got Sarah over here making a TikTok about it. Badass Sarah. I like Sarah. She's great. And apparently recently she took her kids on separate trips. One she took to a hike, and one she took to Disney or something, which is, I don't know. I find that really weird. I don't think you take twins on separate vacations. That's just me. Maybe some people can stand up. I mean, her fans will always be like, "Oh my God, it's not a big deal." I mean, do you have children? Have you ever tried to take like I take my children to different things? Yeah, I'll take Weston to this and Everly to that because they have different things, right? I'll take Everly shopping, or I'll take Weston to the trampoline park, or Everly gets this one thing. But I would never go to Disney without all of my children. Are you out of your mind? I know our kids barely going to have memories of this, or none at all, and I get that. But they'll have the memory of the video. Mom, why didn't you take me to Disney? Instead, we got to go on a hike. Or I'm just saying, that's weird to me. And then one of her stands apparently says, "Very glad My Night is no longer showing S&V's faces and being private. I feel like she's probably had to learn the hard way, but it's a step in the right direction, girl." Again, why are you don't give her the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't deserve it. She has shown time and time again that, and she has said it in multiple videos that I've covered, and you go look at my Night videos, she thinks she's doing what's best for her kids. When did that change? And if it's option 2, did it change because something seriously scary happened, and why didn't she talk about it? Right? She's happy to give away all the privacy of these children and everything else, but when something scary happens, no, I don't want to talk about that. Sometimes I don't even know what to think when I see these comments. For those saying For those saying where's Scout, she had a separate trip and went on a hike or something with Maia. And went on a hike or something, LMFAO. She went to Canada with her, Niagara Falls, etc. They had the Mall of America, which has roller coasters and a full theme park. First of all, Mall of America is not in Canada. Dumbass. It's America. Mall of America. Apparently it's in Bloomington, MN. What is Minnesota? Is that Minnesota? Okay. I'm confused as to why the baby is blurred out. There was people trying to cancel her for using her kids for views, so she's probably trying to make it more clear she isn't. Okay. That's so silly. She doesn't want to use her babies for views? A little late, yeah. I've never been so proud of a complete stranger for protecting her baby. She made the right decision. She's forced. I'm going to miss her cute faces, but I'm so glad you're protecting them. To everyone saying it's unfair for one child, Maia is the queen of equality for her children. Scout and Violet take separate trips for quality time. No. You're clearly not a parent. Clearly you're not a parent. These comments are just validating her decision to protect those babies. Maia, thank you for protecting your girls. A little late there. No, I'm sad. I love seeing the babies. Me too. Why is she covering them now? I also get it, but I'm sad. These people are not going to watch her anymore. These are the type of people that are like, okay, I'm not going to watch it. They might not say a word. They might not say they're leaving, but they're not going to watch her. This is a concerning post. Violet and Scout saved me last year, so it's kind of hard for me to cope with this, but I get it. I love them regardless. We'll miss them so much. 2 babies on the internet that you'll never meet, never know, ever. This is, again, you guys want to see the dangers of a parasocial relationship? This is exactly what it looks like. A stranger's children saved you. That doesn't sound off to you. And miss them? Again, a complete stranger's children? Nope, doesn't sound off unless you're testing it to make sound off. We watch them grow. She has the choice to share them or not, and now she's decided not to, which is fine. We all go crazy about it. No, this is, you guys don't understand that that comment is effing creepy? What if someone said that about your child that you've never met? Your child saved me? Like, dude, walk away. Don't ever speak about my children. That is the dangers of the internet. And if Maia decided because the parasocial relationships are getting out of control, it's again too late. She grew up to 8.8 million subscribers at this point and is now not growing anymore. That tells you everything you need to know. Here we have people that you would call chronically online because what the F? One of the many reasons they need off social media, exactly. But they're not really off. Like she is. Here's the thing. If you started your whole thing blurring faces and not giving out real names, calling them, you know, Scotch and vodka, whatever you want to call them, right? If you started that way, then no, there wouldn't be a big problem, right? People don't actually know your children's real names. They don't know their faces because you blurred from the beginning. So it wasn't about protection ever, right? So there's already been many, many, many parasocial relationships that developed with these children. Inside of 8.8 million people who watch this, you don't think there's some major predators. Okay, that's crazy. Someone's in defense of Maia looks like, I know for a while we were all wanting M to give the girls their privacy. But because the pedos and every other thing, now that she's covering their faces, we're still complaining? Yeah, because she left up the other videos. I mean, complaining. We're calling her out for her hypocrisy. It's not complaining. I get it. She should take down the page completely. That's where this whole post should have ended. Yeah, she should have. And so that's why people are complaining or calling her out. You even said it right there in that sentence. I get it. She should have done these things. And she didn't. I agree, or make private account just for her sake. I feel we make a lot of comments and shit on her. It's a snark page, duh. It's really a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Putting a hand over their faces is harder than editing and putting an emoji. It's not. It shouldn't matter the reason, whether legal or not, that she covered the baby's faces, but if you think about it, it wouldn't be worse for all of them if she just went off radar. Wouldn't it be worse for all of them if she just went off radar? No, it'd be better for the kids, for sure. Why would it be worse? Why would that be worse? M didn't post a couple months ago or last year, and the fans almost called for a welfare check. Or she could say, hey guys, here's the video. My last one. Bye. Don't call welfare checks. This is what I'm doing. Are you dumb? Who's to say that if M goes off radar for a long period of time, they won't actually go all out? If it's true that they can find legal documents in court proceedings, which say they aren't able to get personal information. Oh, they have their personal information. Again, all Maia has to do, this just debunks your whole stupid post, is just make a video about what she's doing. Done. Probably get 10 million views on it too. I get safety issues for the girls, I really do, but you really don't because you're making this post. But I think slowly transitioning to not posting them at all is better for all of them. No. You could just make a video that says, this is what I'm doing, the end. These stands need to take a walk. Maia, people know what they look like already, and people won't in 3 years. Not interesting without the kiddos. I'm going to miss the girls. The content becomes weird when hiding, especially since we all visited since pre-birth. But mom's decision to her, respect. After years of exploiting them on here, now you care about their privacy and safety? Then she's at Mom Uncharted. It's like, I love when people like try to tell on people. It's so funny. I'm glad you do. She wasn't exploiting her children, and she can decide not to use them when she wants. Her kids, her rules. She was exploiting them, you dumbass. Her kids rules. Good, she should have done something about her ages ago. Better late than never. Make it make sense. I miss seeing their faces. Really gonna miss seeing the girls, but looking forward to getting to know you more. Why is everyone acting like Maia's the only mother on TikTok making money? Literally every mother on here is making money. No, TikTok doesn't. I don't think you guys realize TikTok doesn't make you money. The ads make you money. I was here for the cuteness of the babies and now we can't see them. I'm in distress. I respect that decision. You're in distress. I will miss seeing the cute babies, but you're doing the right thing. After years of exploiting them, yeah, again, same comment. Yeah, this is an interesting comment. I'm so happy you're protecting them from here. I love watching your vids guilt-free now. So you were guilty of watching her vids and Maia liked that post. And then the person says, so they were just powering through all that guilt before. So you just admitted that you felt guilty watching someone else's children and you still did it? You weirdo. I wonder how many messages she gets a day begging to see their faces. I bet she gets some DMs. And again, you watch. The ads just fall apart. Because Maia Knight's not interesting as a person. She's boring. It's like watching a bland peanut paint a wall, then you sit down with that peanut and you just like watch the paint dry. That's Maia Knight. I'm sorry. She is not endearing in the least whatsoever. None. And then some more comments. That's hilarious given the fact he's not the father, we are. Ugh. These videos are no longer fun to watch. All we can see is the hand. If it's the safety for the girls, then Maia needs to delete her account. I mean, you can't argue with that logic. I'm sorry, you can't. And if it's for the safety of her kids, then why doesn't she say that? She has power over her people to say, hey guys, you know, I did this because you guys are crazy and you lose your privilege of seeing my babies because you're all crazy, right? But she hasn't. You know, I guess she's just, maybe she's feeling it. I don't know. Maybe she's trying something for a month. I don't know. Could be, there's lots of options, but I'm going to stick with the forced to because she's going to lose her bank. These kids are her bank. And some people were conjecturizing, TM, that the next thing she's going to do is get pregnant so she can exploit that baby because that's not going to be the other dad's baby, you know? Because if she gets pregnant, you know, her shit will explode because pregnancy pays on these platforms. Again, wait, did you stop showing our babies? People need to stop being weird. Right, this is so weird. And so I've been saying this from the get-go, and I had some insider information about a baby daddy that could have been the baby daddy, ended up not being that baby daddy. So that's why I'm thinking it's the original baby daddy that she thought it was, that her and Jillian threw under the bus a bunch and said he's an asshole and all this stuff. Maybe he just got sick of it, and he said, hey, look, if you want to be that way, let's be that way. Or maybe he had to change of heart, because people do grow up. The kids are, what, 2 years old now or something like that, or a year and a half? I don't know. Maybe he just had a change of heart. Or maybe his parents decided that they wanted to be a part and they have grandkids that they're not going to be able to see. You know, this could be a family decision based, maybe he still doesn't really want to be in their life, but maybe the grandparents do. Because it's a big deal for a lot of people. People want grandchildren. These kids are beautiful, but maybe the parents also thought, hey, this woman is taking advantage of these children, making tons of money off them and exploiting them. And they agree with us in our stance and they had the power to change that. That's also what could have happened. I mean, kudos to you, bio-father and bio-family, if that's what happened. Happy for you to reach out and tell me what happened. I wouldn't tell anybody if you didn't want me to, but I'd like to know for sure. You know, and Maia Knight, if you are protecting your kids for the sake of protecting them, congratulations. You know, if you're not being forced to do this and you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart and for the protection of your children, then I think you deserve kudos. But I also think you should probably delete the old ones then, right? I mean, it's all of your content basically, but maybe you're slowly deleting them. I don't know. And if you do, my promise stands. If you take your children off of the internet, I will take down all of my videos about you and all my content about you. And I will give you a virtual high five because you would deserve it. If you change your mind for the protection of your children, then I think that is redemption and everybody can have redemption. Everybody can. Even you, Maia. Even you. So, what do you guys think? Sorry, it wasn't really a snarky video or anything, but this is an important milestone in this world that we talk about, right? So there's a couple ways this is really, really good. It means that if she's changing content because of the safety of the children, then that means we're all right. The conversation we're having here, we're right about that. Or there's an entity stepping in, bio-father, bio-family, and changing and using their power and changing the rules to protect those kids, which also means that we're right, right? No matter what, and this sucks for Maia, we're right, and she's proven it. So thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody take a deep breath. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Tomorrow is the big last final because I got to spend Christmas Eve with the fam. Obviously, Christmas Day. But if Doherty doesn't post something cray-cray, I'll do something. I'll ask wifey if I can have an hour off to go do it, so it'll be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Always, always, always thank you. End of the year, if you want to get yourself a shirt or, you know, support this channel by joining, I'd love to see you join. Tomorrow, we're going to be drawing 2 prizes for the Wheel of Spin. So if you join up today, I'm going to put all the new people in that list like I do every day anyway. And can't wait to see you guys tomorrow night after the Dr. D Dozen video we're doing. And then we're going to, at night, we're going to sit down here, put some Christmas tunes on, and you're going to see me rap professionally. It's absolutely not professionally. I'm terrible at rapping. So we have some fun, we joke about it, and you guys get to see what about my wife. And please don't forget that this conversation does not happen without you. We're right together. I'm not just the only one right here. We're all right. And we've been proven right time and time and time again. Because I think in the end, we're on the right side of history, and truth will always prevail. You know what else is true? You. You're amazing. Beautiful, gorgeous. Don't you damn well forget it. Don't fly flare, okay? Unless it's an emergency. Not even then. Walk, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.